nice. This episode is sharing my experiences with a few products that we all know and enjoy in our hobby, primarily the DJI FPV system. The air unit of the DJI FPV system is mounted in a groovy fixture available on Thingiverse or online at www.3dpros.online. This 3D printed fixture is then mounted in a non-destructive manner on the A4's roof using ceramic magnets with a layer of Gorilla Tape. As you can tell, I was going after the views that we have from our beloved race car video games. Only in FPV, there is no spacebar to reset if you wreck. It will cost you a few dollars to repair the camera or the body. In those video games, we have the hood view, the heads-up display, and the driver's view with the full view of the windshield and the dashboard. I found that in RC, the roof view works best. You can tell by the difference between the inside camera, which is the GoPro, and the roof-mounted FPV system. Is it a scale view? No, but it's a better view. And remember that with a roof-mounted camera, you run a higher risk of damage to the camera when compared to a cabin or interior-mounted camera system. The magnets inside the cabin are mounted using Gorilla Tape. This is a method I learned from Aussie RC, and he learned it from another YouTuber, just passing it around and improving it as we go. And while we're on that topic, since I plan on doing this again and again with the 1/5 scale FPV, which is a lot of fun, I'm probably going to derive a better semi-permanent mounting method. There are two benefits with this setup. If in the event that the car does roll over, there are two things that could happen. This 3D fixture could crumble apart. It's not incredibly strong, and it will actually break if any real force is added. You could crush it with your hands. Secondly, if you did roll your car or truck over, and the mount did not fail, the magnets would let go. The third safety I have is the plastic housing for the XT60 battery connector for the air unit is filed down just enough so that it will pull apart easily and not damage too much of the wiring harness, if at all. Since this was only the third time I'd driven this car, I was very careful, almost apprehensive. So I ultimately only pulled the trigger about 2/3. I got about 40 miles per hour out of the car on this small oval. My choice of servos in this setup for the GoPro was a bit educational for me. Because I'm running the high-tech 845 servo on 7.4 volts out of the ESC, the Futaba 9252 digital servo jitters, as you can see in the video. The 9252 needs 6 volts or less, so I have to adjust that for the next time I use this setup. Or I might just build a fixed mount inside the cabin for the GoPro. It doesn't really need to spin back and forth. I have the GoPro servo on channel 3 and is set up as a slave so that I can control the percentage of turn for that servo in relationship to the steering servo to make it more or less. The FG Audi A4 is riding on a Sportsline 4-wheel drive brushless chassis with 8S power. The only upgrades to this car out of the box are the tires, steering servo, and battery connectors. Otherwise, it's as it comes from rccar.online. The tires are PMT softs in the front and super softs in the rear. The batteries are run through the Offshore Electrics 8mm anti-spark high amperage connectors. The DJI FPV system is powered using a 3S LiPo stacked on top of the other two 4S batteries, which are velcroed to the chassis. This video was filmed using the 700 milliwatt low latency settings on the DJI equipment, and is quite sufficient for this little oval parking lot we run. In the video, I start out in an aspect ratio of a 16:9. After a few minutes, I switched it over to 4.3, but I sped that section up for you to get a view like the drone pilots have when they're flying. But I found that 16:9 is better for racing on the ground and get a better view of what's up ahead. shaft. It then spins inside and underneath the body in an attempt to escape. With giggles from my son, of course. It was pretty funny now that you think about it. We did find it. It was like 2 feet away. I didn't have any tools with me since we already had a lot of gear. We had my big car. The kids all had their cars. I had my little car with me, all batteries, a whole bunch of folding chairs, and scooters. So I didn't have the tools with me. But maybe next time. The gear coming off the motor is not a reflection of FG. It's just me when I cleaned it the last time and forgot to Loctite it. Ain't nothing wrong with this car. Yep, it's just a silly oversight. Hopefully you enjoyed my video. You can ask any questions you want in the comment section. Hopefully you share this, you like it, you subscribe to it, and every once in a while when I'm home, I'll make another video and slap it together and post it back on YouTube. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Have a nice day.
Stop. Something happened to the car.
Whoopsie.
Whoopsie!
Okay, there.